Hey, Great Community Give. This is Amanda Baumfin, Program Officer of the Community Foundation of Harrisonburg and Rockingham County, host of Great Community Give. This is the 4th annual Giving Day for Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. This year we have over 100 nonprofit organizations participating, all needing your support on April 21st. But if you're extra enthusiastic, you can give as early as today, and your gifts will be counted towards their fundraising totals on April 21st. So go to greatcommunitygive.org and donate $10, $50, $100, whatever you're able to give to those nonprofits that are in very much need of your support. With me is Shanna Bilheimer from Trumbo Electric. She is a sponsor of Great Community Give, and I just want to thank you so much for joining me and doing this with me today. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for the opportunity.
Oh,
what you're doing is wonderful.
Of course. Well, Trumbo, along with other generous sponsors, contribute to a prize pool that will then be divvied up and leveraged as prizes that will be given out every hour on the hour during Great Community Give on April 21st. So Trumbo, to all those at Trumbo, I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for contributing to this initiative and making it fun and exciting for everyone involved.
We're super happy to be able to contribute in this way.
Of course. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself and Trumbo Electric for those that don't know.
Okay. I've been with Trumbo Electric for 13 years. Trumbo is an electrical contractor. We're located in Broadway, Virginia, which is just north of Harrisonburg. And we've been in business since 1948. So we don't do residential electrical projects, but we do everything else. So commercial will be at higher ed, your elementary school, high school projects, hospitals, retirement communities, you name it, industrial, we're there. So that's a little bit about what we do.
Well, congratulations, 1948. That is a very long time.
It is, yes, ma'am.
And you've been with Trumbo for 13 years, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, congratulations on that too.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell me a little bit more about how Trumbo has become a part of Great Community Give, because this is not your first time with us, and I just want the people watching to know why Trumbo is part of Great Community Give.
We were approached a couple of years ago. So this is year number 2 or 3 for us participating in the Great Community Give. And one of the things that we really want to be is a provider to those in our community. Folks support us, and we want to in turn return that favor and support all of those around us in any way that we can. So opportunities like Great Community Give, Habitat for Humanity, just local nonprofit organizations, we try to pass along some of our profitability to those folks, and just make it known that, we're part of the community, we're a pillar, and it's not just about us. We want the community as a whole to be successful and succeed. So we do what we can to help out.
Well, that is a beautiful sentiment. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Habitat for Humanity is one of the many nonprofits participating. So that's also kind of like a win-win for you all, being a part of this event, being able to support them as a sponsor as well. What would you like to see happen for those nonprofits that are participating?
This year especially has been such a hard year for nonprofits in particular, just because the demand is so great with everything that has happened with the COVID-19 pandemic. And I know that their resources have really been strained. So I would love to see so many people contribute in any way that they can, whether it's a small donation or large donation. It doesn't matter. Doing what you can is fantastic. So it would be wonderful to see all those nonprofits exceed what their budget goals are for the community give, and that we can just help everybody in our communities with all of their needs, because so many have just been so greatly impacted, whether, their hours were reduced or their jobs were lost, or, somebody had to make the choice between staying at home to take care of their kids because school systems had to make the difficult decision to do virtual learning, which puts so many in a bind for what they were going to do for childcare. So there are just so many ways that we can give and support all these places. So I'd love to see everybody exceed their budget goals this year.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with, your thoughts on the donations, whether it's $10, $100, like I said before, it every little bit helps. And like you said, these nonprofits have gone through a lot this past year, and everyone coming out and showing their love for these nonprofits programs and services would be phenomenal.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, do you have any lasting messages or thoughts that you'd like to send to the nonprofits of Great Community Give, or anyone during Great Community Give?
I would just like to thank everybody who volunteers their time, their resources. It's just great to see people standing up and supporting one another, no matter what your talents or your capabilities or your monetary contribution levels are. So thank you to all of those that have and continue to support those programs, because they're what make our community great.
Well said. Well, with me is Shanna Billheimer from Trumbo Electric. They are a sponsor of Great Community Give. Make sure to tune in on April 21st at greatcommunitygive.org for exciting updates and announcements on prize winners, exciting fundraising totals, and more to come. So thank you so much, Shanna, for joining me today.
Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.